Welcome to the You Are More podcast. I'm Blaine Ledbetter.
And I'm Laken Stewart. If you're looking for an authentic community that shares the truth of the gospel and the truth about life, you've come to the right place.
We believe that you are more. You're more than motherhood, more than your ministry, and more than your career. Grab a cup of coffee and listen in to hear the truth about what it means to find your identity in Christ through every season of life.
Welcome to the You Are More podcast. Hey guys, welcome back to the You Are More podcast. It is the day before Thanksgiving. We hope you are spending time with family or traveling somewhere or staying home as we are. We're not going anywhere this year. We are excited to be chatting with you guys today about all things Thanksgiving traditions, holidays, what you guys do on Thanksgiving, what we do on Thanksgiving, and we're taking a brief pause from our FAQ mini series to kind of interject this mini episode in. Gonna try to keep it brief, but we are just excited to talk about all things Thanksgiving, Turkey Day, Black Friday, all the fun things. So to start things off, Blaine, where are you right now? Are you traveling for Thanksgiving? Are you staying home? What's going on?
Well, by the time this airs, we will be on our way home from our 10-year anniversary trip to Jamaica.
Ooh, ow. No way. That's so fun.
I am so excited. So this Thanksgiving, we're celebrating 10 years. Cannot believe it. But yeah, by the time this episode releases, we will hopefully be on our way back home from Jamaica.
Fun.
And so we don't travel anywhere like extensively, and we pretty much don't do anything except Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah.
So we'll not be traveling to anywhere, and this Thanksgiving is definitely going to be low key because I don't think we're going to go anywhere except to grab some food at wherever is open.
Cracker Barrel.
Yep. I told my husband, I was like, Cracker Barrel or maybe like at one of the Chinese restaurants would be so
exactly.
good. So good.
Oh man. Yeah.
So what are y'all up to?
Well, we just moved across the country and I refuse to disrupt my children's sleep schedule. So we're staying home.
Good idea.
We told our families, we're staying here. If you want to come here, you're more than welcome, but we're not going anywhere for Thanksgiving or Christmas this year. So, which I am very thankful for.
I think it'll be good.
Yeah. At the time of this conversation, I'm not sure what we're going to be doing on the day of, potentially hosting like a little get together of folks that are staying in town. But Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays ever, probably more than Christmas, not because the birth of Jesus is not miraculous and amazing in and of itself, but the thought behind Thanksgiving is there's no expectation other than to come and eat. And so that's all you got to do. I love it. You don't have to give gifts to anybody. You just show up with food, and that's just my love language.
I love that.
So yeah, I love the holiday, love watching the Thanksgiving Day parade, the Macy's parade. That was true. Like growing up, we did that every single year, no matter where we were. We were always traveling for holidays growing up. My mom's family lived in South Carolina. So did my dad's, but now some of them live in Florida. And so we would kind of flip-flop every year for the holidays. And so like before we had kids, Cody and I would do the whole, Thanksgiving, we go to one family, Christmas, we go to another, and then we flip-flop every year.
Yeah.
And so we kind of have done that the past few years as well, even with the kids. But this year we were just like, we can't travel anywhere.
Yeah.
After moving across the country. But yeah, what are some of your traditions you had growing up, traditions you guys do now, or anything like that?
Well, we growing up never really kind of got together with my dad's side of the family. We would, but not really on Thanksgiving, maybe the weekend before or the weekend after. But I don't have like a whole lot of memories of us going to his side of the family. But with my mom's, we always go to my grandmother's like Thanksgiving afternoon / night. But because there's a pretty big football game that goes on like an hour south or north, it's like two rival teams. A lot of our family goes to that, so like it's a hit or miss as to who will actually be at Thanksgiving there. And a lot of them like hunt, so if it's good hunting weather, they're probably all going to come in late. Yeah, so it's not like, yeah. But when I got married, in order, because lots more people to think about and schedules, we started eating with my in-laws at Thanksgiving lunch, and so it was so good. We'll usually wake up, and again, don't know what we're going to do this year, but usually wake up, watch the Thanksgiving parade, just take our time getting to my in-laws' house, and they live 15 minutes from us, so we really don't have to travel. But see them, eat lunch, and then we'll, if we don't come home for naps, we'll just go on to my grandmother's because she lives an hour away. So that's about the extent of our Thanksgiving. But I love just the smell of the Thanksgiving meal cooking.
It's better than eating, I think.
I agree, because I don't know if you're a
nostalgia.
Are you a dressing or a stuffing girl?
Amish dressing all the way. It makes me
I haven't had that.
ill. No, my dad grew up Mennonite Amish, so my mom cooks all of like those recipes, and it's
oh my gosh,
so unhealthy but so good. And I really should not eat the Amish dressing because it's just bread, and I have celiac disease. But sometimes, it's worth it.
It's a trade-off.
And so the smell of that cooking is just the best ever.
We're dressing people. I don't know why people even think stuffing is a thing, but dressing all the way. So good. And my sister-in-law is gluten-free, and so she also makes this gluten-free dressing that is, if there's enough, like I don't want to take from her, special dressing.
Can you get the recipe for me, please?
I will. It's so good. I mean, like the sage and just, it's perfection.
I love here. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, like the smell of the food and Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in the background is just like, that is the most nostalgic thing to me. And I love it.
I love it. We tried to start a tradition where we would make like pumpkin pancakes on Thanksgiving morning. And then eat like Thanksgiving dinner like mid-afternoon. When we would spend Thanksgiving like just us or like us and some friends, because when we lived in Texas, we did not travel for Thanksgiving, and no one was going to come to us for like 2 days all the way out to Texas. So we just kind of would either host some friends or like host some of the college students that we that had to stay on campus. And so I have cooked Thanksgiving dinner every year except for last year, and like the whole thing. And it's like one of my favorite things ever.
You were my hero. I could
like,
not. But
now
that's so
I will
fun.
say, the first year we were married, we decided to host everybody at our tiny apartment. His family, my family.
Oh my goodness.
Needless to say, that will never happen again. But it was like just very fun.
You live and learn.
It was like, I was so excited. I made my first turkey. Someone brought a ham. Like, it was just like the smells of Thanksgiving. And I like have perfected my turkey recipe. It includes a lot of rosemary, and it's just so good.
Yum.
So I love making a turkey. I just think it's so fun. Some people are like, you crazy lady, but no, I enjoy cooking Thanksgiving dinner, and mainly because I don't have to cook at all the next week. Because
you have leftovers. We try to eat on the leftovers that we'll bring home from both sides of the families for like at least 2 or 3 days afterwards. So I totally get that. This year, kind of to ask, like, how do you see all family. How do you decide, especially with kids in the mix? And just to share,
hard.
It is. This year for us is going to look very different, and hopefully it's just this year, but because we will have been traveling, are just, I hope, gonna stick around the house because we will have been away from our kids, and just whatever that looks like, we do have to go to the Cracker Barrel and get Thanksgiving dinner. Just I just want to be with them and want to stay home and rest, and not that we wouldn't have, but the day before will just be full of travel. And so thinking through, like, how do you see everyone, especially if you have, like, for us, my parents are divorced. And so it's definitely hold your plans loosely. Usually we'll try to get together with my dad 3 or 4 days before Christmas. I mean, before Thanksgiving, and just go eat somewhere, or just so that we're together and see each other.
Yeah.
But then also just with kids, like, pre-kids, you can pretty much do anything. Like, you can go anywhere. I mean, not that you have to, but like, you don't have to worry about sleep schedules, naps, nothing.
And there was like a meme being passed around last year that was like, everybody gear up. You're about to enter the day where your kids are in an unchild-proofed house, overstimulated, eating rolls and pie all day. Like, prayers up.
Yep.
Like, it's just like insanity.
Salute. It is so true. And like, we've even had to make some boundaries for that, and just lower expectations, and say no.
Yep.
And not be manipulated into going anywhere.
Yeah.
For guilt.
Yes. No, I feel that.
It does change when you have kids, though. And I mean, it's different.
It is helpful to live far away.
Yeah.
In those circumstances, because then we just have the excuse of like, well, we live, 12 hours away. We only have so much time off of work. We're just going to stay here.
Yeah.
Because in our season of life right now, like, it's a lot easier for our parents to come to us than for us to go to them. Yeah. At least that's the way I'm viewing it. I could be wrong in my viewpoint there, but it is difficult for us to travel. And after my last plane ride with my kids, I don't think I'll ever get on a plane with them ever again. So.
Oh yeah, I would not either. I think I would just be traumatized.
I'm truly, anytime, like, one of my friends texted me the other day and she was like, my kid has thrown up again, and I'm like, don't even mention that word because it will send me into a PTSD spiral. Like, I just
nope. Well, also, it's like, so like last year, and we can get into this for Christmas, but like, I did want to host. I'm kind of like you. I'm like, if you want to see us, come to our house.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, you've got like 3 kids and like want you to have to prepare. I'm like, no, it's easier for me to host, if you come here, because they can be crazy. It's their house. It's gonna be messy, but like, it's not gonna be clean. So as long as you know that it will be clean enough for us to like enjoy each other. But
like, hopefully you're coming to see me and not my house. And if you're coming to see my house, you can turn around.
And then also, just want to reiterate, it's okay to say no.
Yes.
Like,
gosh, yes.
Hey,
like,
we just can't come, or like, we really want to see y'all. Can you stop in and see us? But especially if you think about travel, because really, like, is it an enjoyable holiday if you're stressed the whole time? Because especially, like, oh man, anybody who's a brand new mama around the holidays, and if you're nursing and you're thinking about sleep, nursing,
germs,
like,
all the things,
sickness. I mean, this is your permission slip. Just say no. And if you're like, well, I'm going to miss out. Okay, well, do the cost benefit analysis. Like, I know that sounds so formal, but it's like, okay,
make a pro-con list.
How long will we be in the car? If they wake up and everybody's feeling cranky, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. You should probably not do anything.
Yep.
And you also don't know, like, what mood are your kids going to be in. Our expectations are always on the floor for any
so
holiday
low.
anything.
And I think what makes it difficult is everyone else's expectations are not that. Everyone else's expectations expect your children to be like seen and not heard, like perfect angels. And I'm like, my kids are not that. And if you don't like that, don't come around us. Like,
yeah. And also, if you do want to set your house and it's not baby proofed, well,
you should baby proof
sorry.
your house.
Yeah. Or we just won't come.
Yeah.
Something fun that I guess it is sort of a tradition, but I do think it helps all of our kids get their wigglies out. But we go on a walk around my in-laws' neighborhood. It's not anything crazy, but it just kind of lets the kids get out. Maybe, you know, my mother-in-law finishes her preparations, and sometimes she'll go with us, but
yeah.
We'll either do it before or after the meal. And it's a good way to just get the kids out of the house, even if it's cold. Yes. And so I really have enjoyed that. We've started to do it every time that we're together. And it just lets us like talk and not have to worry about the, you know, stuff being on. And we also, I don't know, usually the Cowboys play on Thanksgiving. And so we're watching football too, talking about that and just, but also that post turkey nap.
It's just the best. And I feel like I haven't had a post turkey day nap since our kids have been born.
Yeah. I know. I'm like, just based on our schedules, we're going to get one in this year, but because 1000%. I imagine we'll all be exhausted. But do y'all do, so, you know, Black Friday is the day after. Do y'all do anything?
I have stories to tell.
Oh gosh. So I'm not that brave.
Well, no, growing up, there was this Target commercial with this insane lady, and it was the Target 2-day sale. And this lady did these commercials, and they were so hilarious that my best friend growing up, and I started to spoof them and put them on YouTube and got like thousands of hits on spoofing these Target 2-day sale commercials. And so we would go like 3 or 4 years in a row, we would go to Target at like 2 a.m. and like wait outside and like just do the fun things in Target.
Oh my gosh.
So that's like my only claim to fame when it comes to Black Friday is these videos that we would make.
That is awesome.
And I'm gonna have to find one and send it to you, Blaine.
You have to, please.
And maybe I'll add it to the podcast page. I'd probably have to ask my friend though, because every time I share
permission,
she's like, "What are you doing?"
Well, we let's see. One time we were on our way back from my grandmother's and decided to stop into Kohl's. That's probably the only time that we went.
Kohl's.
Yeah, random. We don't. There was nothing that we bought. Literally, we just stopped in because they were open because it was like 8 or 9 o'clock. And so we were like, oh, let's just go see. Wasn't crazy. Sometimes my husband will load up and we'll go Black Friday shopping at like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Black Friday. But it's just literally to like, look, I don't care about sales. I don't care about discounts. I'm not standing in line ever. I know that there are people who will camp out.
Add to cart online.
If there is a good deal, I think we've done that one time with like a camera or something that we've gotten on Black Friday sale, but it was online. And so I picked it up in store like a few days later. I was like, I will not. We are not, I don't like to shop either way. So Black Friday is like whatever to me. We just hunker down and decorate.
I'm here for the online deals these days.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All the way.
Yep.
Usually by this, like before we had kids, all my Christmas shopping would be done by now. And I haven't bought one single thing this year.
I haven't. We've worked on the kids, but I need to finish up lists for our families because some of our families finish theirs up by Thanksgiving. They're shopping, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm trying to get ready for a trip. And
when do you guys leave for Jamaica?
Well, by the time this airs, like I said, we'll be headed home, but we leave 2 weeks from today, which we're recording on a Friday. So yeah.
Crazy.
Yep. I'm excited. So it'll be good.
Any other questions about, or any other notes on Thanksgiving?
No, just it's okay if you don't see all your family on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Do the trade-off.
It's okay to say no.
Yeah. Do the rotating. Say, we'll come see you on Christmas and stay home on Thanksgiving, or stay home on both. And if you are celebrating alone, ask somebody at your church. Like, they may not have any plans either, and see, like, hey,
that's what we're gonna do.
You want to go? Yeah. Especially if you think about people whose families live far away like y'all's. So same situation, or just people who maybe are planning to go a few days later to see their families, during the weekend. See if, just send out the invitation. You don't know what cool little fun tradition you could start. So
I know. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Well, we hope you guys have a happy Thanksgiving. And we'll catch you next week, rounding out our FAQ series, answering your questions all about careers. But have a great holiday, and we'll see you back next week.
Happy Thanksgiving. See ya.